Everybody, this is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right, and so, hey, y'all, want you to pay attention to this video. For those of you that's been following me on TikTok, I noticed that when I started getting a lot of followers and my videos started getting up into the tens of thousands, there started to be an increase in attacks that we know is coming from the ABW and their minions. But the thing is that when talking about this, the thing that hurts them the most is because the truth is being told. TikTok decided to block my channel. While I was in the middle of a video, they just took it down. And so I went back and there was no infractions from any of these videos. There were no infraction from any of these videos. But these videos on TikTok was getting like tens of thousands of views or on its way to those. All right. And so one would have to ask themselves, why would such an innocuous video, all right, set of videos be treated in such a way that TikTok felt the need to block them when this is open news? And this was in reference to the documents coming out, showing basically in the documents that two women were planning a way to frame the Tate brothers, and it was a WhatsApp conversation. Now, I didn't go into that, but other people did. So with this said, I want y'all to pay attention to the videos, because I put the videos, the actual TikTok videos here. And this was one of the comments from the video that I addressed. So I had a main video and then two comments that I addressed. All right. And so I want y'all to pay attention and y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. All right. So let's get it on. But first, if you can, please donate to the channel. We haven't seen anything in a long time. And thank you, Brother Elijah, for coming through. All right. And we'll probably talk about this in a live. There's a brother I want to invite. But with this said, if I appealed what they did, because there was no infractions, and you'll see the videos, the actual 3 videos I put up today. All right, and there were no infractions. Well, one I put up yesterday, last night, but these are getting so many views, like a lot of my videos, and the people are trying, the US BW is trying to shut up Afro men. Period. They want us to be silent because the things that they've done to the community as a whole has been so hideous. And we're not talking about all of them, but we are talking about a majority, a vast majority. And the things that they've done to Afro men especially is egregious. And so they want us to shut up the same way that the people in the 2040s and 30s wanted to shut up the Afro men when addressing the atrocities that they were making upon us. You know, the 3K group, the white sheep wizards of mayhem. All right. And so in this, you have what we have now. So let me greet everybody who were in Hardugu dog all the way to the bank. Vasas los bonjour mes amis, kedabawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama, sani bonani, jumbo herbarigani, assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right, so let's get into these videos. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, here is the big question, and this thing is blowing up on Twitter and across the non-traditional media outsource or sources. But here's the crying shame, is that this thing should be blowing up on CNN, MSNBC. But because this is involving Afro men and let's speak more directly of it,
Afro men that's standing up for what's right, not even what's traditional, but what's right, this is allowed to go unreported by the mainstream media. All right, but it looks like these guys were framed. All right, and documentation has come out that the two women conspired to set these men up. Well, I'll let you see part of it, and y'all could screenshot and paste it for yourself. Okay, so these are the documents that have leaked on Twitter, and it's making its rounds. All right. So basically what these documents show is that you had two women, the two main women, that was the accusers in this case. They are shown to be conspiring, hopefully being able to make money, making their media rounds and book rounds and movie rounds. See, because in the United States, or when you're dealing with a lot of these American women, falsely accusing Afro men, persecuting Afro men gets you paid. This is why they do it. This is why the United States is such a dangerous place to be for an Afro man, and this is why it is becoming dangerous to even be around or even be known by ABWs or women in general who are not a part of your immediate family. So maybe they call it blackmail is because this consistently happens to black males that decide to stand up for what's right. All right, but in any case, this is a heinous act. So does this look like a frame up? Yes, I would guess so. And why? Because the powers that be want to shut up the truth, like the BW are trying to do on TikTok. Okay, hey brothers, I'm back again. All right, so I was thinking this when the story first came up, and I didn't follow the Tates like that because, like most men and men that listen to my content either, we might agree with a lot with that is said, but we don't agree with everything. All right, and some of us are too busy to follow other people because we're doing our own thing. All right, so you have that as well, and so certain things we come to light about, and this is one through happenstance video, and that is understanding that the Tates, or at least Andrew Tate, converted to Islam. All right, now I myself I am not Muslim. All right, but I see how this marries up with the ideas and how he talks about the responsibility of the men and the women, the responsibility of men for protection. All right, so when the guy made the comment, I start thinking about it, and basically on the premises of what he kind of indicated in what he wrote. And for those of you that listen to this, I wonder, and I want to know what y'all think about this, how much of this played a factor in what's going on with this, the questionability of why these dudes are still in prison behind bars. It's almost as if they are breaking laws. Understand this. It is almost as if they are breaking their own laws and protocols to especially persecute these guys and keep them behind bars. And understanding that as more evidence come out showing or indicating their innocence, that this is going to really blow up, and whoever put this up face, no matter what they do to these guys, is still going to blow up, because the world is now seeing the injustice of the Caucasian Understand, European run government on all levels, from the US to Great Britain, all the way down to Romania. And this is a bad look when it looks like that none of the westernized government are for justice, and they are more corrupt on a level that is beyond any third world country. Okay, I wanted to cover this comment because it's an excellent one, especially when we talk in reference to what happened to the Tates. But there is a genesis to all of this, where the so-called Afro men are the guinea pigs, and the same method they are using to shut us down, they will use to shut everybody down, like an Elon Musk. All right, Vladimir Putin on a more global scale, or anybody else that doesn't fit the agenda that is really wrecking society as a whole. But when you really look at it, the media are the water carriers for the people that are doing these heinous things. And it seems that only when people stand together for justice, not stand just to get what they want, but stand for justice, then this be solved. Period. All right. Now, when I talk about the genesis, just in case you don't forget, remember this person. Y'all know this man as Snoop Dogg, right? Now, I wonder if y'all remember that at one time he defended the legacy of Michael Jackson. Given all the stuff that was happening during the case that showed Mike was innocent, and then not only that, the stories from the children as they became adults, and the stories from everybody surrounding it, and what came out, the evidence that came out after Michael Jackson died, right? Understand that after he died, Gayle King and them and the Big O decided to do a hit piece, all right, using and paying people to redo the story, and they made a big thing out of it. I'm not going to talk about the hit piece. He came to Michael Jackson's defense. Do y'all remember who shut him down? I gave a slight pause because I want y'all to understand this for what it is. All right. Snoop Dogg came after this woman for besmirching the legacy of Michael Jackson. But the person that shut him down was this woman, Susan Rice, the former Secretary of State of the United States of America. The third most powerful position in America, dealing with wars, dealing with global issues, the third most powerful position in America. This woman, Susan Rice, came and used her face likeness and her voice, came on TV and came on Twitter or came on whatever, but she came and shut Snoop Dogg down. And she said some insider things to let her know that these BWs are going to shut down his voice, even though he was correct in his assertions. They came down, I want y'all to see, came to shut him down. This is what the Afro man is used to in our community. Being shut down by the BW when we start speaking the truth. And keep in mind, these ABWs are totally entrenched in working for the system that is oppressing us all. And so why do I talk about black people and not include white people. It isn't that I'm not aware things aren't going on in the white community. It's just that I leave that to Tom Likas and stuff. Y'all got a bigger voice in the white community, right? And so y'all don't need everybody to talk about what you're going through, because as soon as you get a hiccup, there's plenty of men and women standing up on your behalf, especially as white men. We don't have that luxury in the United States for Afro men. Period. We like it when y'all come over to our side and say, yeah, you're right, and provide information. But for one, we're fighting for ourselves and our own survival and our own ability to be able to speak honestly to these situations. And the fight is different in that everything is against us. Which means the system wasn't created by us. The system was created by white men. For white men. All right, so that's not lost on us. So the system is not a friend to us. The women in that system are rewarded by the system of white men. And even when an Afro man is elected to office, he's not elected there to work on behalf of Afro people. He's there to work on behalf of the system that was created by white men, for white men in particular. And the only reason people have stuff is because some white men were nice enough to share a little bit with the rest of the populace. Some white men fought on the side of Afro people in our struggle. But don't get it twisted. The system is still made by white men for white men, but it's going to be destroyed by women who they've given too much power to. With that said, I'm out.
Now you see what it said, what was said. Now understand this. Our only out from this kind of shutdown is to leave. And yes, to not ever shut up about the atrocities that the B-Dub have been doing to the Afro men on behalf of the Caucasian system. All right? No, never. They want us to be silent because what they've been doing is so egregious. But I say no. We don't stay silent. The same way we shouldn't stay silent about what the United States have done to our ancestors and the hidden history. We shouldn't stay silent about any injustice. With that said, I'm out.